How do you want to feel today? And when you can get a hold of that, you can get a hold of anything and everything. If you put yourself in the right headspace, you can feel whatever it is that you want to feel. This is emotional intelligence. And when you can get a hold of that, you can get a hold of anything and everything. Hey, it's Izzy. Wherever you're listening from, whatever your situation, and whatever brought you here, I'm so grateful that you've invested your time in listening to positive content. I truly hope you gain some valuable insights from the episode. If you want to feel more of something, say it's love, fulfillment, more excitement, better health, then you've got to first notice when you experience that sensation already. Let's take love, for example. You want more love in your life. The average person will think, if I'm not experiencing love to the extent that I want it, then it must mean that I'm missing something in my life. Something physical that should be giving this to me is not present. They will then open up the internal shop that we all hold in our minds, a list of things that we don't currently have in our lives, but are things that we believe, most of the time due to the subconscious beliefs installed in us through advertising and exposure to media, that we believe will give it to us. We'll look at that person on social media or a friend we know that seems to be so in love with their partner. Their kids are always loving toward them, and they're always doing kind things for themselves. They're in a constant state of adoration. We then proceed to compare ourselves to them and decide that the reason they feel the way they do in such abundance is because they, for instance, live in a really central location, in a small friendly village. This means that people are always popping in, and the kids have loads of friends and so on. From this, we then jump to the crazily illogical yet tenacious conclusion that to achieve love, we need to move house. However, when we use our rational mind to analyse the equation, we can take a step back and look at it from all sides. We see the perspective that maybe Susie actually is not as happy as she openly portrays herself to be. Or that perhaps it's not the location of Susie's house that has allowed her to make these connections, but in fact, it is her ability to connect with people and love them unconditionally and to the same degree that she loves herself, in turn making herself a magnet to love. So the first thing that you should do when you realise you're lacking something, financial abundance, connection, skills, strength, is to sit down with yourself and highlight all the areas where you already have that thing. Physically write that list. Whilst writing this list will make you feel better by encouraging you to become consciously aware of how much abundance you hold in that area, far more than you'd previously thought, you may also notice areas where you are actually lacking in that. Maybe it's self-love, for instance, or love for your parents, your enemies, or for the mistakes that you've made and regrets that you have. That's step 2. It's at this stage, having identified the areas where you feel this emotion in abundance and where you do not, that you can take a look at other people for inspiration. How do they, for instance, create excitement when doing household chores, or elements of their job that aren't naturally adrenaline-inducing? How do they muster up love when their child is misbehaving? How do they love themselves despite eating another bowl of ice cream when they were meant to be trying to lose weight? Try first to create these answers for yourself. What are your trigger points where you find the emotion really challenging to summon? Give it a go, finding an answer within yourself before going to others for inspiration. The best, most effective and impactful strategies are the ones that are bespoke to you. And this is what my entire coaching practice is centered around. Richard Rumelt, in his book Good Strategy, Bad Strategy, champions the difference between goals and strategies, saying all too much of what is put forward as strategy is not. The basic problem is confusion between strategy and strategic goals. Describing a destination is no substitute for developing a comprehensive roadmap for how one will achieve their stated goals. What Richard is saying here is that a goal such as to lose weight, feel healthier, double my income, feel financially free, etc., is a goal, it's a destination, not a roadmap. If you put yourself in the right headspace, you can feel whatever it is that you want to feel. Healthy, strong, sexy, calm, angry. And I'll show you how to do that in just a sec. But you won't have the physical reality of it, so it will remain a dream until you implement strategies that work. Not the strategies that work for that influencer, that family member, or the rest of the world, but the ones that work for you. So, when you allow yourself the vulnerability to take responsibility for your triggers and become honest with yourself, you can identify what area it is that you're lacking in, that's making you feel unloved or not enough. Then, with the use of self-control, you can drive yourself away from materialistic comparison and actually go inwards to recognize what gives you that feeling. Not what thing, place, or person, but what experience or action that is a consequence of that thing, person, or place. When you identify that, your ability to get what you need and feel the way that you want to is completely separate from anything physical. Now, this might be confusing or painful to hear, but if you've experienced a sensation that you want more of before, then it means it already exists inside of you. Because you're around someone really funny, or on a beach in California, or the receiver of a gift, our brain naturally makes the connection between that thing and the feeling we got from it, assuming that that was what caused it. So, take a moment to imagine a place where you feel totally at ease, totally calm. Close your eyes and really feel yourself there. What can you hear? What smells are there? How does it feel to be in your body, totally serene and grounded? No fears of judgment. Now, you hear someone calling to you. Maybe it's your mum, your best friend, your partner, or your secretary. They walk over to you with a lottery ticket in their hand. It's the ticket that you bought last night. The person who gives it to you tells you animatedly that you have won the jackpot. £20 million is yours. Your heart begins to race and you don't know whether to smile or be shocked. Whilst you process the success, a part of your brain thinks through all of the things that £20 million could allow you to do and not do. The excitement continues to bubble up and you feel adrenaline coursing through your body. You feel on top of the world. Now, open your eyes. What emotions did you feel just then? For many of you, even if you weren't feeling calm before the exercise, you were during it. And when the message about the ticket arrived, you suddenly transitioned into this great feeling of excitement. But you weren't on a beach, in a hammock, in a forest, or in that comfy chair in your home, and there was no lottery ticket, let alone a jackpot-winning one. So, how did you feel those emotions and physical sensations of relaxation and then adrenaline? You created them as a result of what you thought up here. You created your own trigger. You see, it is always your internal processes that determine the emotions that you feel and the degree to which you feel them. Your external world holds only ever a maximum of 10% influence over how you feel. So let me finish by asking you this. How do you want to feel today? Really ask yourself this question. How do I want to feel right now? And write it down. See yourself behaving in that way. How do you speak to yourself when you're in this emotion? How do you engage with others? What choices do you make? These decisions are the real insights into how you can take action on improving your ability to feel the way that you want. These are the secrets and wisdoms and truths within you that you have hidden away and belittled by trying to take the easy way out of purchasing, comparing, and complaining your way to those emotions. How do you want to feel? And what are you going to do to get yourself there? I'm Izzy Miller, a mindset strategist, and I really hope that this helped you to reframe your idea of why you feel the way that you do and how your emotions work. This is emotional intelligence. And when you can get a hold of that, you can get a hold of anything and everything in your life. How do I know this? Well, I experienced it myself. And everything I'm telling you here are the things that I've done to transform myself from a serial complainer into, honestly, one of the happiest people that I know. One of the most fulfilled people that I know. And I truly want the same for you.